And y'all know how we do. It's me, the Big Hurt, and you tuned in to Hurt's World, man. Season 4, Episode 5. And we are still talking dating in 2023. We gonna call this ASL, the remix. Man, shout out to everybody that tuned in last week. Shout out to, Bria. Shout out to, man, who's all on? Bria, Marcus, Sid, and Tamisha and Naomi. So shout out to everybody that was on there last week. If you did not go back and stream that episode, make sure you do. Contrary to popular belief, just because you're a little bit older does not mean you need to be out here fucking everything because you're about to die. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you got to go listen. Before we go any further, just want to send condolences to Bria. Her mom passed away. So our thoughts and prayers are with her and her family, as they deal with this troubled time. So let's go to break, and we're gonna talk dating in 2023 when we get back. All I'm gonna say is buckle up, because it's gonna be fun. We'll be right back with more Hertz World. Welcome back to Hertz World. I am your girlfriend's favorite podcast host, The Big Hurt. And if she says I'm not, she's a liar. And man, we're talking dating in 2023. Without further ado, I'm gonna shut up and I'm gonna let the panel introduce themselves, and we're gonna get straight into it. So come off mute, introduce yourself, tell the people who you are, where you from, and if you single, for real, for real.
I am Mona from Memphis, Tennessee. I am single, 39 years of age.
Okay, welcome.
I'm John. I ain't really nobody, but I'm from Sandiego, California. I live in Memphis now. I'm 31, and I'm single. Like we could walk at Walmart together, single. Like we ain't even gotta worry about it.
Wait. Can y'all walk in Target together though?
I don't know about that one. Target's a stretch, but nah, for real. Like I got we can walk at Target. We do Target, probably even Coles. You feel me? Like we do that too.
Okay. All right. Who's next?
My name is Miss Ann. I am very single. From Memphis, and I am going to disclose my age. Sorry.
She grown. That's what that means. And last but certainly not least,
Yo, what's up? My name Randy Isom. 33 years old, all the way single from Memphis, Tennessee.
now when you say all the way single,
Bruh.
like,
Ain't nobody looking for me.
okay, I was just trying to make sure. I mean, hey, niggas be looking.
I probably ain't met them. I don't know.
Okay. All right, so let's get straight into this, man. Dating in 2023 has, I heard it was real retarded. Like I told y'all last week, I'm not dating. I'm sitting on this porch, because Bay not finna knock my head between the washer and dryer,
Right.
and she shoot people. So I've been told. I don't want them type of problems. So I admire from afar. So um, let's go around the panel. How long have you been single, and why? Let's start with John.
I've been single probably for like what 2 years now. 2 years now. So I mean, the reason why, because this shit ghetto. I don't like ghetto. So I feel like I just rather keep to myself and just I guess, get out and just, explore my options and whatnot. I am dating though. You feel me? Like I ain't just out here just not dealing with nobody. And I keep it honest with everybody too. Like I take pride in that. Like I actually like telling everybody like, hey, like when I meet a person, like yo, like I got other stuff going on because I don't want to like catch nobody on the blind side and none of that. You got a choice whether or not you want to deal with me at that point. So
You hear that, ladies? You have a choice. He's telling you up front. You occupying spot number. You the shooting guard, maybe not the point guard. You can work your way up to the point, but right now you like the shooting guard. Miss saying how long you
you
go ahead.
you most definitely can work your way up. You know what I'm saying? Like you just take practice. That's all.
Practice.
That's it. That's all. Practice.
Miss saying how long you been single and why?
I have been single for a year and 1 month. Wow, down to the month. And so I think I'm single because I guess I'm looking in the wrong place. The dating pool has pee in it. And so I don't want to pee. And so I feel like I don't know. I really ain't. I'm not. Well, they always say the women ain't supposed to look, but nowadays they say that you're supposed to shoot your shot no matter what. So I just kind of, I'm like you. I'm on the porch just looking at the enjoying the view.
Okay. Sliding her DMs, y'all.
Yeah,
Or
right.
or or buy that man some wings.
I
Uh, Mona, how
That's
long you
all it
been
takes.
single and why?
I cook him some wings.
Even she can cook too. They even better.
Oh,
So if we don't count the last one, because that was a trial
uh,
run. So my my last serious relationship was 2017. But if I have to count the trial run, then we're going to say that I have been single for 9 months now.
That trial run count because it was longer than 14 days.
Oh, okay.
Return policy.
I
Why?
would say
She
that
passed the
I
return
guess I'm going to
policy.
say you
Right.
said what?
You passed the
you
return
passed.
policy.
You passed the return policy.
At Costco, you can return at any given time.
yeah, you got it from Costco.
Hey,
I'm going to say that I'm single because I'm picky.
We gonna come back to that because picky and picky can mean a couple things, and you may and from what I've heard and what I've learned, some people have unrealistic um, goals and mindsets, but we gonna find out. Isom, how long you been single?
I've been single for 2 years. 2 years. 2021. Yeah, that's it, bro.
You been single how long?
2 years.
You
You
sure
said
about
why?
Yeah,
You sure? Sure?
yeah. I think I'm sure. Yeah.
And why?
Yeah.
Um, I recently got out of a marriage. We just got divorced in April, so trying to, I don't know, trying to see what's out there and trying to see what's best for me.
Okay.
Nah, you finna say something? Go ahead.
Well, no, cause um, you said 2 years.
Right.
Your former partner said a month. The math ain't mathing.
All right. So, full disclosure, Bria is my former partner, my ex-wife. Um, but
Oh,
if she want us to put it like that, we got divorced in April. It's the end of May, so single for a month. You feel me?
Yeah.
When we separated, it was 2 years ago.
Okay, that's different.
There you go.
Okay.
Well, I guess it's like her. Like I ain't have a 90-day policy, but whatever.
We don't do trial runs. So.
Exactly.
All right. So when it comes to picking a mate, Mona, you said you picky. Give us your top 3 non-negotiables.
Inconsistency. Well, hold up. You said non-negotiable. So he
Right.
have to be consistent. He have to be able to communicate, and his mental health has to be top notch. Those 3 are non-negotiable.
Well, black folks will be playing with a full deck of cards no way. So
I say, but how you gonna negotiate mental if you don't know he mental when you first meet him? How you gonna negotiate?
I mean, quite naturally, after talking to a person after a few days or a week, people tend to get comfortable with me and open up. So I tend to notice things or see things that are there that is not right.
Okay.
okay. So Miss Ann, what are some of the things that you look for in a partner?
Um, a few things that I look for in a partner: uh, honesty, um, moral, if they morally right or wrong, morally, and if they got a job.
Okay. Got to be employed.
Definitely,
Gainful employed.
because
Gainfully. Okay.
I can cook for you, but you got to bring it to the table.
Facts.
Okay. John, so we had your boy Marcus on here last week.
Yeah.
And we had another person from Cali on last week. Um, what is the dating scene like differently from Cali to Memphis?
Uh, I say the main difference is like we look more so at like personality. I guess the reason being is because like it's a bunch of fine women out there. So like you can have like the finest woman on the block, but she ain't shit. So like you really got to look into the personality of the person because like just because it look good don't mean that it is good. So like I've kind of brought that out here, and it's just like still ain't shit, but it's okay. It's all right. It's cool. Because I just adjust. If you ain't shit, I'm gonna be ain't shit with you. It's cool, and it's all right. We gonna be ain't shit together until I find somebody that's some shit, and then we can be some shit together. That makes sense.
Oh, wow.
It made sense. So
Yeah.
Isom, you being recently divorced and kind of just kind of stepping out here. Um, what have you had to learn to readjust? And like, are you out here actively looking? Or you just kind of like, I don't want to step all the way in that water yet.
So I'm not actively looking. I guess it kind of just comes to me when it comes to me type thing. But I guess what I've learned from my marriage was you got to kind of have a sense of self. Like you lose a lot of your characteristics and values when you be changed from a me to a we type thing. But I think you got to get back to who you are and find out what you like or relearn yourself. Because a lot of things get combined. Like okay, you got to do this because of the family thing, but it's not really what you wanted to do. If you had your choice, you wouldn't even go there or whatever. It's certain things like that, and kind of like you got to figure out who you are or who you want to be.
Okay. So we see a lot of different celebrity couples and things that people term relationship goals. Um, Krishan and Blueface, um, Diddy and Carisha, Aisha and Steph Curry, Russell Wilson and Future Sierra. Somebody, and that's cool. Like, by all means, attain to whatever works for you. Somebody mentioned P earlier. Who was that?
That was Ann.
Somebody.
She said it.
That was Ann.
Okay.
I said
Now,
the food has tea in it. Yeah.
okay. Now, this question was posed to me earlier by a group of my friends, and I was kind of curious. For what amount of money would you let somebody piss on you?
Do what?
Let somebody do what?
For what amount of money
Said, I know you talking about.
would you let somebody piss on you? And it's that question for everybody.
I mean, if Squirt is P, I'd have got pissed off free, so it's cool.
I mean, I'm the one doing the peeing, so
Right. They can't piss on me. I piss on
And the reason the reason I asked that is because the last couple of days everybody has seen that video of Diddy and Carisha in the store, and he just looks so stressed out. And I was just like, bro, like Diddy a millionaire, and he just like, she's just swiping his card and spending all his money. And then somebody said, well, she get like an annual allowance of like $250,000. And I was like, so he spent $150 shopping. She gets an allowance of like $250,000, and she like golden showers. So for $350,000, Diddy can piss on her. So for $350,000, would you let Diddy? Well, okay. Mona and Miss Ann, would you let Diddy piss on you? John and Isom, would y'all let?
They lying. They lying.
I don't even want to do spitting on me.
They not.
No.
Come on now.
Look
Like
at
that.
Ann. She
Look,
was
I
dating.
don't know what y'all do for a living, but that money gonna make a difference.
Y'all
So,
looking at deals and more.
Yeah. I can't. I
Wait.
can't. He can
Oprah can
piss
piss
on
on my face tonight. Tonight, right now, on camera, in front of everybody. Don't care.
He can piss on my back.
I would have said if he wants these feet, then he can do these feet, but
Wait. The man wants to piss on you, period.
Right.
he
So
wants these
my
feet.
back.
He can do these feet. I done had guys with foot fetishes in there. I done had some stuff done to the toes. So if he wants the feet, he gets the feet.
So if he
Don't
so if he pisses on your feet, he can piss on your feet for $350,000.
Sure
Okay.
can.
Interesting.
Just quick question. So, have y'all ever had like 350,000 in one place at one time and just looked at it?
No.
Exactly. So what I'm saying is piss don't sound that bad. I feel like it's only like it's less than a minute. How long do it
See,
take for you to go to the bathroom? Less than a
it's
minute.
natural for men. It's natural for men to be peed on because women do it all the time when we squirt on y'all. So you're normal. You're used to it. But for a woman, no, sir.
So you're not gonna take a shower for 350,000?
He can shower these feet.
on my back.
On your back? What's the fun in that?
I just watch him. I just love watching him piss on me.
I don't want nothing. I want nothing in my face.
I
Nothing.
don't want to watch him piss.
Who gonna know? Who
Exactly.
gonna know?
That's
Someone
no.
knows.
Me.
I
I'll know.
type of
That's
shit.
you and Diddy.
Is it gonna be recorded? Who gonna be around? What's the location? All that stuff.
Okay.
Now, if it ain't getting out, I'm good.
I don't care about none of that.
It ain't even got to get out. Y'all man, you know it.
I don't care about none of that.
It's gonna be
Alright.
mentally in my head all the time if I'm actually watching him. If I'm watching him, then it's like a wet. I mean, hot on my back.
Okay.
But I can't watch.
I don't even want my drink no more.
Guys,
Shit. Shit, I'm
If-
taking mine. I might pour me up another one.
I'm gonna throw a wrench in the plan for the fellas. If trying to think about who's not. She kind of cute though. We ain't gonna do that. If Ice Spice or Lotto says I need to piss on your face for $350,000, not squirting. I'm talking about pissing.
Come
Can
in.
she piss on your face?
Come in. Bring it here. Bring it here.
I'm with John.
Bring it here.
Ice Spice and Lotto,
Man.
Janelle Monáe, and I'm good.
They can do it together
Exactly.
You
at the
know.
same time. Yeah.
You know. They let Creature from up the street piss on their face for free. Cause that's all squirting is. Let's be real.
I didn't say squirting. I said actual piss.
That's
You do know that that's what squirting is.
I mean, yeah, but I'm trying to make it nasty.
And that's why I say bring it on. Because I done been squirted on for free. So if I can get $350,000, give it here.
Probably even broke him some other stuff for free. Go on.
Look,
Hey.
I leave in the middle of the night, and my daughter gonna have her college paid for. I'm good.
What?
Wow.
Good. Janelle Monáe, let it go. Come on.
Let it
Okay.
go.
Let it
Come
go.
on now.
With the bottle of water.
Hold it all day if you want to.
You want that asparagus feet on it. You want that asparagus feet on it.
350,000. I don't care what it is.
Yep. And I think she's vegan, so that's
Yeah, it's gonna smell good too. Yeah.
All that.
Yeah, all that. Don't let it be Erykah Badu, cause I know her shit smell like potpourri in a mother's hug.
Man, good friend in the home cooked meal.
Yep.
You do know vegan is so it's not gonna be very good.
How you know?
Food is processed.
How you know? What if they eat clean? What if they got their own garden and stuff?
Oh, well, they don't tell us that.
I'm saying though, like,
We
if you had some
we have a pescatarian here, and my piece smells wonderful.
now, if you if you had some vegan pussy, just say that.
We like vegans. We're gonna go to break.
Tastes like chicken. Okay.
We'll be right back with more Hearst World because it's about to get nasty. Welcome back to Hearst World, man. I am none other than your girlfriend's favorite podcast host, Big Hurt. And if she says I'm not, that harlot is a liar. We were just talking about getting peed on for money. So I'm gonna take it a little bit further. In these dating streets, do y'all prefer when y'all getting ready to do the do? Yo potential partner be shaved or hairy? Whoever wants to go first can go first.
I'm getting some pussy. So it really don't matter. I'm getting some pussy.
We all used to eat the little ballot paper still on it.
Exactly. Man, the now
The little paper ain't stop
I'm
nothing.
grown. I'm grown. I'm 31. I mean, I understand. Like, we busy. We all working and stuff. Sometimes you might have missed a little wax appointment. It's okay. Bring it here. Bring it here. It's all right.
I'm still getting some pussy, so I ain't complaining.
Exactly.
Little head never hurt nobody.
Exactly.
Yeah. Look. Exactly.
Right.
Now the
Hair
ladies are
holds odor. Hair holds odor, so it's gonna have to be clean for me.
so it got to
Clean.
be shaven for y'all.
Not necessarily shave. Clean.
Yes.
So is y'all messing with people who don't like wash themselves? 'Cause I feel
It's
like,
not about
like,
not washing. It's not about not washing. Hair holds odor.
Period.
I get it. I get it. I understand that part. But I'm saying though, like, like y'all not like letting them get in the shower first or anything like that. I mean, like, what if they just had like a long week or something? Like me personally, like I keep my shit shaved, but you feel me? Like if nigga busy, you feel me? Like I make sure I'm clean just in case. You feel me? Like, hey,
Nobody wants to get down there and you gotta you you may be okay with the paper and the extra hair, but no,
We
that's
ain't
not
gonna
what
let y'all
I'm
see us do that. We gonna do that shit out there.
saying. Okay.
So y'all not out here.
come
You
on
know,
now,
let's just say your man. Let's just say your man just got home from the gym. His bald head is glistening from the sweat. Muscles looking, starting to grow. He look a little swole. You gonna make
Right.
that man get in the shower before you
Yes.
give him some?
Yes.
Who want to
stop.
taste saltiness? Who want to
Yes.
taste
I
saltiness?
feel like people, because I feel
I
like
thought
y'all
I
not
feel like
telling
it's
the
cat.
truth.
Everybody
I
know.
feel like y'all not
Cap.
telling the truth
Everybody
because
saw the
John,
this before. It's all good.
cause you want that woman to come fresh off her cycle and she ain't took no bath and you want to lick it. Don't mean that we ain't
oh,
up here telling the
oh,
truth.
That was
we not saying that. We not saying that.
we not
But
saying that.
That's
It's
the
just
same
what
thing.
I'm saying is it's not the same thing. It's
That's
really not
not.
the same thing. Like y'all bleeding, we don't
So you
bleed, we
trying
don't
to
do none of
tell
that.
me if he
What
got
I'm
hair
saying
and
though,
he in the gym sweating, sweat dripping all down, all in his balls and salty, that the booty near,
Don't nobody
and you
want to
think I want to get
smell
down there and put my no.
I promise you, I know y'all to suck some salty dick before.
just
It's
a little.
okay. It's all right. Like, I don't
I
even know
don't
why everybody capping. It's
Spray
okay.
on.
I do
Once you
not
get out,
desire high blood pressure. I do not desire high blood pressure.
once
Y'all done had
you
some look,
know y'all teasing dick before, it's all right,
time.
and it's okay. Like y'all done came back from brunch. They done came back from work. You feel me? Like you full of the mimosas. I already know. Like it went down. It's okay. It's
no,
okay.
never,
You be
never.
sucking dick with the
I
mimosas.
promise you,
All that.
never,
Let me
John,
pour the
never.
mimosas on the dick.
you know what, John? You have a different way of thinking of doing things, but
Right.
it's hygienic over here.
Because I'm a realist. I'm a realistic
Very.
person. Like you feel
If
me?
I
Like it shit
if I
happens.
if I smell it and smell it that it ain't right, I'm gonna make you get up and go get in the shower.
It's
Okay, let's say we get in the shower.
Okay.
I wash my dick. Can I now get head in the shower?
yeah, for sure.
I commend y'all for that.
Mm-mm.
My heart.
You gonna drown?
I'm
No, I'm
saying
not.
like how y'all even breathing
The
like
water gonna be hitting me in the back of the head. The water gonna be hitting me in the back of the head.
If I'm drowning, that means I ain't doing something right.
Okay.
Okay.
I still feel like I'm kind of with John. I feel like y'all done stuck some salty dick, but y'all say y'all have it though.
just a little bit.
Exactly. A little always, honey.
To me, that's just going back to having morals. Because you may have smelled somewhere her pH was a little off, and you still decide to go down there and do it. Don't mean that women is out here doing the same thing.
I mean,
Right.
the way y'all,
It's
the way
some now that's doing it, but that ain't me.
Everybody, everybody that had a one-off situation. Come on now, like we grown. Everybody grown.
Baby, let me tell you.
Especially at our age, like in our younger years, we'd had a one-off situation. Y'all didn't know nothing about pH balances and shit. Y'all was fucking
John,
at like 18, 17, 21, whatever. You feel me? Like it was what it was.
John, I, I got a three-tap rule. Three-tap rule. If it ain't good, if you can't eat it right, you gotta hold. I'm gonna give you them three taps, and that means get up, bruh. Tap, tap, tap. If you get them three taps real fast like that, it's a wrap. I don't bar none. You won't get yours, and I don't get mine.
I
wait
feel
a
you.
minute, wait a minute. Everybody except Monica go on mute.
Mhm.
We about to examine what you just said.
Please.
Everybody except Mona go on mute. Did you just say you got a 3-tap rule?
I have a three-tap rule. I let you know in advance. So if you get them three taps, you ain't surprised about it. So you won't be thinking like, oh, I'm doing it real good. No, I let you know in advance.
Now, because I'm messy and I'm petty. Um, if you into it with a young gentleman caller and you tap him 3 times, what is to stop him from pile driving your ass through your own bed? Because he's like, you finna tell this, you done basically told this man, yeah, bro, it's time to go, and he ain't finished. Two, he probably ain't came yet. And you telling me I'm not doing something right? Hold on, let me pick your ass up and power bomb you through this bed, cause you done got like fucked up.
So I've never had somebody to power bomb me, but I have had them ask, so what can I do to make it better? Am I not doing it right? Can I do it this way? Like they want to know. I'm not in the teaching business. I'm too old to be in the teaching business. I need you to already know what you're supposed to be doing.
So you not you not you now I'm gonna flip it on you. You with this young man, y'all are vibing, y'all dating. He get past the first, couple rounds. You ain't have to tap him. But y'all about 3-4 months in, and a stroke ain't stroking like they used to. You gonna break up with this man or tap him 3 times, and because y'all done, now y'all kind of into the thick of shit. You gonna break up with this man because he can't fuck?
No, at that point, that's when I take control.
Oh, so you can teach, you just don't want to.
Because I'm taking control as teacher.
It could be looked at as such.
So if I make him lay down and I take control, that's teaching.
I mean, if no, not in that moment, but after the fact, like, hey, babe, I I noticed you tapped me 3 times. What can I do to be better?
So I guess you're right. I do have the ability to be able to teach because if we have gotten past that first mark and we 3 or 4 months in and something seems to be a little off, then yes, at that point it's called communication. So if something is off, something is not right, then we're going to talk about it because maybe he has something on his mind and he wasn't really into it and just wanted to do it to please me at that moment of time. So yeah, I guess you could say I have the ability to teach.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I just wanted to point that out. When y'all slide in her DMs, because I'm most definitely gonna tell folks slide in your DMs. And if you thought I wasn't, I don't know what show you've been listening to. But I'm gonna do it. Slide when y'all slide in her DMs and she tells y'all about this 3-tap rule. Be prepared, because if a motherfucker tap me, I'm gonna tap your ass back, and you ain't gonna like it. Miss A, my question for you: are you a pleaser or a giver?
I'm a giver.
Why?
I mean, is there really a difference? You said, am I a pleaser or a giver?
Well, I think I worded that wrong. Are you
Dominant or submissive?
well, I didn't want to go that technical, but yeah, dominant or submissive?
I think I'm more submissive.
Is that by choice, or you just kind of like let your partner take lead, or like why do you feel like you must miss?
Because see, I go over y'all here with that one, but because I feel like as a woman that I'm supposed to be submissive to my mate or my man in all areas of life because of the whole moral thing. So yeah, in the bedroom, I want to be able to submit to a certain extent. Now, I guess I will become dominant if it's not good, because then I'm gonna have to show you how to make it good for me to submit.
So you ain't got no three tap rule, huh?
I know, ain't no, not a three tap rule. I
Okay.
mean, if I'm good, I'm gonna get up.
When y'all sliding her DMs, just make sure y'all come correct. John,
Yeah.
um,
Hold on, AJ.
pleaser
What
or
up?
dominant or submissive?
Pleasing. So like I get off by like getting my partner on. Like that's pretty much like how I be feeling. Like if you're not enjoying it, I thoroughly won't enjoy it. Cause what's the point? We in this together. It's a team effort, you know. So yeah, I'm a pleaser. And then as far as like, I would say dominant. You feel me? Because shit, like I'm doing most of the work. I'm doing most of the work, and you not finna out fuck me. Like you not finna like make me feel like I'm just a mark ass buster and none of that shit. Like you not just finna like nah do me in. Hell nah. Fuck that. Like I literally like yeah. I'll pick a motherfucker up, all type of shit, pin him up against the wall, like bitch, like you know what I'm saying? Like and that, hey, I know some people don't like to be called out their name, but when we in the moment, sometimes like it be like that because I be having to let them know, like, hey, I'll be here. I ain't come for no game, for real. So
Right.
Ladies, when y'all sliding his DM, um, just know he'll kick
yeah,
your ass
it's
up.
hell yeah, it's going down. It's going down. It's so crazy because like, especially being like a bigger guy, like you feel me, like they be feeling like we can't do the shit that these little niggas be doing. Like I do that and more. I mean, you ain't got to worry about me. I don't smoke. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? I got good breathing and stuff. Nigga been playing sports his whole life. Feel me? Like, so yeah, I'm gonna keep up with you now. I ain't now. Come on now. I ain't crawling up against the wall somewhere.
Mm,
For all my listeners that um I'm not gonna call y'all slow. I'm gonna call y'all mentally challenged. He just basically told y'all he'll African squat fuck you like Melvin on Baby Boy. Just do with that information what you will when you slide in them DMs.
Exactly, Melvin. That's the perfect example, brother. I appreciate you for using the right term for it because the way that Melvin did Jody Mama, I would hate him. I would hate him if I was Jody.
Hey, and if nothing else, man, if y'all didn't know, let me be another person to tell y'all. Big boy season is year round. Don't think because it's hot outside. Oh, we hibernating. Nah, we outside with towels and hoochie daddy. Well, I don't wear hoochie daddy shorts, but we
I don't do the
outside.
towel.
I'm outside. I'm on the porch with a towel. Let me not say I'm outside. Isom.
it's the same way with big women.
Man,
We season all the way around.
you ain't never lying.
Isom, you a giver or a taker?
I ain't taking shit. What? Hold on, say that again. Say that
Are
again.
you a giver or a taker? Are you dominant or submissive?
Both in a way. I learned like I guess it was that Kevin. What is it, Cat Williams? You done came on my tongue twice already, so now I got to surprise you with the dick. So that's gonna be. So like with me, pleasing my partner, is like bar none fun to me. So I already like that shit. So, but afterwards, it's even more easier after it done came like 3-4 times or whatever, like to go ahead and do some dominant ass shit. Turn around, like, be receptive to my commands type shit. Easier.
Be receptive to his commands, ladies. So y'all know how last week I was telling y'all to slide in DMs and I was like, nah, don't do that because I know her ex. That's who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I ain't scared of that nigga. So ladies sliding his DMs. I'm a little scared of Bria, but ladies, do what y'all do. Tread lightly.
We gotta go to the gym this week, right?
Who?
So why is the women tread lightly if he divorced? They ain't together no more.
Yeah, we still cool.
Right. But
Ain't no
I gotta deal with that. If I'm
just don't tell you.
They both decided to come on the show.
Still, I gotta work out with that man. I gotta, hold shows with her. And I say that it ain't gonna be nothing crazy. It's just a running joke between us. So sliding it in. Just do it when I ain't there. But I will say this: if y'all sliding their DMs and y'all come incorrectly, I have been known to clown a folk or two because they be telling me shit, and when I say everybody tell me shit, and I be like, damn, that's how it went. I just found another topic for the show, and you'll be a whole segment, and you don't even know. So, do it correctly, do it respectfully.
Do it with caution.
No, don't be cautious. Just be careful. So, when y'all date, are y'all dating for marriage or for fun? Because, like, I know, Mona, you a little bit older. Isom, you just got out of a marriage. John, you a little bit younger. Miss Ann, you are wiser than most of us. Are y'all dating for marriage, or y'all just kind of like, I'm just trying to have fun?
At this age, I'm dating.
Okay.
I'm dating for marriage as well.
Dating for fun. Dating for fun right now. I ain't trying to go back to the marriage route too fast, so just dating for fun.
I don't really have no expectations. I mean, like, marriage is, of course, the ultimate goal, but I'm not going to try to pressure nobody or, like, you feel me? I'm kind of going with the flow. That's the point of dating, is to, like, explore your different options and whatnot to see what fits you the best. Like, when you go to a car dealership, you don't just go to one car and test drive that and just be like, oh, this is it. No, you test drive multiple cars so you can be able to figure out which one fits you the best. So that's what I'm on right now. Like sometimes, like I just like to have fun. But when that person come around and we decide to lock it down, then everything else got to cease. But as right now, I'm just going with the flow.
Okay.
Well, I've been married. I've been divorced now for 5 years. So
Oh, what happened?
I don't know.
Um, let's go here. Why do you think people stay single for so long?
It could be because the last relationship took a heavy toll on them. Like it's so many different scenarios where like the extremes abuse and all that stuff or whatever, or just the minor stuff like manipulation and all that stuff. So like they stay single so long just to make sure they're capable of giving that love back to somebody else, like the positive love to somebody else. They don't want to be like, what is it, healed and all that stuff. They don't want to be unhealed before they get into something else.
Okay.
So I can actually speak from that experience because my last serious relationship was 2017, and I basically took 3.5 years before I decided to get back into this contaminated dating world. And depending on how that relationship ended and depending on how it drained you, as he said, you want to be healed and you want to be whole before you get into a relationship with somebody else, because the last thing you want to do is get into a relationship talking about your ex or trying to make a person pay for your ex mistakes, the things that they've done. And that's kind of what I've been running into in this dating world, where some men want to just kind of jump back out there and be like, "Oh, I got a divorce, 3 months ago, and we were separated, this and that." No, no, no shade at you, Isom, but I'm just saying. So I think they're staying single to either heal, to go through self evaluation, to get their self together, to make sure that they're whole before jumping into a relationship with someone else.
John, why do you think people stay single so long?
Well, speaking for myself, I just don't want my time wasted. I mean, like, we all kind of. I mean, that's human nature to want companionship. It's like you want to have your person, but at the same time, you want like whatever you're putting in to be reciprocated. So it's kind of like one of those things where it's like you don't want to put in your feelings, your time, your money, your effort, your emotion, your mental, and then just for nothing. Because like I can get a lot of things back, but that time I can't. That's something that'll forever be wasted. So that's one thing that I'm personally scared of. So that's why like I make sure like if I do get into a relationship with a person, then it has to be right. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to be right because I don't want to waste my time. I don't want my time to be in vain. I want it to be meaningful and impactful.
Okay. Miss Ann, why do you think people stay single so long?
I feel like most people, a lot of people really probably stay single for a long time because they are selfish. They don't want to, you have to give a lot to make a relationship work. And so, especially if they've been single for a long time, I have a lot of, I'm coming from my experience, I have a lot of friends that are older and they have been single and independent doing everything on their own. So they like, why even be in a relationship if I give, and you don't want to receive, or you don't want to give for me. So they stay single so they don't have to worry about uh not being able to get what they give.
Okay. So, last week I made the comment that I feel like a lot of men, or well, a lot of women are staying single because some men, not all, some men are looking for women to not necessarily who are like their mothers, but replace their mothers or take care of them. Um, a lot of men I see or I hear about um, are literally just like, well, I'm gonna go from one mama to the other one. They don't necessarily want to lead. They don't know how to lead. They're not being shown how to lead, and it's really turning off ladies. On the flip side, um, a lot of the ladies are too dominant. They don't know how to submit, or they want to be independently kept. Like, oh, I can do this, this, and this myself, but you need to, do the traditional man roles. And there's no balance. How do y'all, or what do y'all think about that? And whoever wants to answer first.
What do you consider traditional man roles? Like pay the bill?
Pay bills, get
Provider.
the oil change, take out the trash, um, stuff like that.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
Oh,
If you nothing if the conversation is had to where we gonna do this if we doing this together, and we don't necessarily, and we're not doing like the whole, well, I like to call it the 1950s or 60s effect, where the man pays all the bills, the woman cooks, clean, and all the other stuff, and we're doing this like in a partnership together. Then you shouldn't have a problem taking out the trash. You shouldn't have a problem going 50-50. You shouldn't have a problem taking the car to the shop to get an oil change. That it shouldn't be an issue. It should be like, oh, okay, well, this got to get done, so let's do it.
Yeah, can I speak on this real quick? Because like the concept of like the whole like gender role thing and everything that's played out, like it's not, it's we in a whole different time. So I feel like it just depends on what works for your household. So like my household might not be the same as yours. You feel me? Like me personally, like I'm not comfortable with my woman paying all the bills. Like I want to be able to do that and take care of my family and whatnot. But if it's a situation like, what do you tell Oprah? Like, what do you tell like J.K. Rowling? Like, what do you like? You can't just be like, hey, look, I'm gonna take a you the breadwinner. So like, I gotta play my position, whatever that position may be in my household. So like, it's not gonna be this this standard, this solid standard for everybody. It's not a whole thing across the board. So like, when this conversation comes up, like it's kind of like for what? Like it's not the same as what it used to be. Like in the 50s, like women didn't have like as many rights as us to work and go out and provide for themselves and whatnot. So of course the man had to do everything. But we're
exactly.
in a whole different time to where now these women are bosses. Like they are CEOs of companies, they got their own shit going on. You feel me? So I can't tell her like, hey, look, sit on your ass and let me take care of everything. You feel me? Like I
True.
just gotta play my position. So it's different than what it used to be.
Right.
I look at it more
Uh,
like for go ahead, Miss Anne.
no, I would just say
Okay. I look at it more like relationships supposed to, I guess, complement each other. You feel me? So like what worked in the old times won't work here because it's not conducive to this day and age and all that. I understand that. But if that like certain things work for you, like okay, you got a dude that's a mechanic. If he can change your oil, that's cool. But if he's an IT dude, if he got a Firestone car to go get your oil change, it's still you still getting the same service done. Exactly. But a lot of this stuff, like a relationship, supposed to be complementary and improve your life. If y'all get into a relationship and things decrease or downgrade, you went from a house to an apartment, now you in a duplex or something like that, or you at your mama couch, that relationship ain't working because y'all not improving. And that's the same thing with bills, money, situations, and all that. Like if y'all went on one vacation a year, y'all upped it to three, that's an improvement. All the kids is good. They was failing in school. Anything that's conducive and an improvement is better for your relationship. Forget all that, gender role thing or whatever. It don't really matter in the end of the day.
I guess you could say I'm basically kind of agreeing with everybody else because I do understand that times have changed. And it's 2023 and not 1923. So it does take both parties to work. Now, like John said, that it's basically what works for your household. So if it's an understanding that, hey, I take care of the outside, you take care of the inside. I'm gonna provide the grocery, you make the meal. Whatever the case may be, that's how it is. But I also understand what you were saying, how men are looking for. I'm not gonna say men, not gonna say men, certain boys or certain males are looking for those mother figures. And you do have where certain women grew up in certain households, and so they saw certain things and they had this independent, because it was like, my mama taught me this, my mama taught me that, so I got to be Miss Independent. And I was a product of that. But it took me to break out from that because I hate being Miss Independent. Come cut this grass. Come take this car to go get this oil change. You need a home cooked meal? I got you, boo. You need a massage? People have to understand that you have to offset and balance each other.
If nothing else, relationships are all about balance. Um, if there's no balance, there's no communication. The relationship's probably not gonna work. And that's whether that those are romantic relationships, those are physical, those are friendships. Like if there's no communication, it probably will not work. Um, so I commend. I tell everybody like when you going out and you doing it, you meet these people, communicate. You know, find a person that is gonna balance your crazy ass out. Like
I feel
I,
like
look,
I feel like that's what another reason why I communication is so crazy. Is men don't much as we do. Some women don't communicate because they feel like they cry or nag, and that's another reason why they single, because they right.
okay.
I mean, to kind of piggyback off of what Mona was saying, like, you know, like I understand, like women, like some women, they don't want to be like the independent type, like because shit, like that's what they've been grown to be. But like certain things, like for instance, like I cook. Like so, like a woman don't have to worry about cooking for me. Like I'll cook for the both of us. I ain't tripping about that. I don't know how to build no house. I don't know how to build no engine from scratch. Like none of that shit. But I know how to go out here and hustle to get some money to pay somebody to do the shit. And I got plenty of folks around me that know how to do it. So hey, like I'm gonna use my resources and make sure we good. But like that shit is over with. Like I be hearing like conversations about like what your granddaddy did. Like, oh yeah, my granddaddy built my grandmama a house from scratch. I don't know how to do that. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I can't do that. We not finna do that. We finna go hit up this realtor real quick. We gonna go ahead and buy us a crib, and that's gonna be it. Because I know how to orchestrate some stuff to get some money. Like that's about it. Like I know how to hustle. I'm not finna sit here and no. I get manicures and stuff. I don't even play like that. Like manicures and pedicures and all that. I'm not one of those guys. Not a roughneck, none of that. Like, leave me alone. Like, we go
Hey, that's a good job, manicures and pedicures. God.
for
That's
sure,
cool.
for
You
sure,
provide the house, I'm gonna make it a home.
for sure, for sure. Yes, ma'am.
Hey, that goes back to that balance, man. So, um, find you somebody that balances you out. If nothing else, find somebody that balances you out to the point where y'all are, it makes sense. So we're gonna go to break. Um, Stay tuned for more Herc's World. Welcome back to Herc's World. I am your girlfriend's favorite podcast host, Big Hurt. And if she says I'm not, that hoe's a liar. I said I was gonna stop calling people that this year. I lied. I kind of like the way it sounds. Like
Don't you
It's
stop.
I mean,
Call it
no,
how you see it.
it's funny for me. Like I mean, and it's not. I'm not trying to be disrespectful or anything like that. It's just that hoe's a liar, and you shouldn't be with a liar in 2023. Um, so I hear a lot of talk, and this is kind of piggybacking off what we just talked about. I hear a lot of talk about people saying, um, when I'm in a relationship or or a situationship or whatever, this is what I bring to the table. Um, your figurative table. Do you like the term? Do you like the term? This is what I bring to the table, or this is what like how do y'all feel about when folks, say that use that phrase or that that comment? Because last week we brought that up, and it was like, nah, don't say that shit to me. Like I am the motherfucking table or whatever. Um, so what's y'all take on it?
I hate that terminology of what I'm bringing to the table because ultimately it sounds as if it's the interview. We're not in an interview. I'm not interviewing you for a job. And most of the time, when I get guys that say, oh, this is what you get from being with me. And in the end, I'm like, okay, so you have told me all the reasons on why you need me, but you still ain't told me what I'm get from being with you. So I hate that terminology.
Well, so it kind of is an interview though. Like if we be so like when you go out and you date or you talk to somebody, you are interviewing that person to see if y'all are gonna match vibes, if y'all gonna work, if y'all are gonna be conducive enough to build whatever you got coming in, going on in the future. Now, I will say, I've learned going through marriage and divorce, and in a current relationship now, marriage is kind of like a business transaction. I never really saw it like that, but then I took a step back and was like, wait a minute, you agreeing to build with this one person based on these things that that you love or whatever. But at the end of the day, you sign a piece of paper that is a bonding contract. And if y'all don't work out, depending on who's better off, you get half their shit and you got to split the assets and all this other shit. So, yeah, marriage is about love, but it's more about business now.
I'm glad you said that because if you look at the origin of marriages, the reason why people got married in the first place was for business transactions. Like, yo, like your daughter is the princess of this particular place, and my son is the prince of this place, and we're gonna bring our resources together to create a bigger kingdom. Like that's literally where marriage came from, like the history of marriage. So like it's not based off of. I don't think marriage is based off of love. Like I get like I can be committed to you forever. You feel me? And then like I get the legal aspect. Like hey, like who's gonna make the decisions? Like if I'm like if you got to pull the plug or whatever the case may be, or where everything goes after I die, whatever the case may be. But like if we're talking about like marriage based off of love, like it's not really a thing because shit, why we even got to sign a paper to solidify our love? You
But
feel me?
don't
Like I could be.
but don't forget about the religion, because we got to be married to do certain things, man. For real, for real.
I get that part, but I mean, if that's the case, then you feel me? Why just can't we get married without signing papers? Like if I mean if we're talking about a religious standpoint, right? If we're not talking about like the legal aspect of it, like why can't we just make a covenant with God? That's all it is in the Bible. Is this a covenant with God? Like, hey, look, this is my woman. I promise to be faithful to her, and you promise to be faithful to me, and everything that we got, we are one now. Why do I have to get the government involved to do that?
That's where the law come in at. That's the law.
So I guess in the end, it all does kind of boil down to the access, because if
Yeah.
I'm with you and I'm building with you and I'm having something with you, and say for instance, you got a money hungry mama or sister, somebody over here, and we got this house, car, business, and all this other stuff going on. If I'm not legally married to you and something happens to you, then I don't have a say so. That means your mom or your sister, whoever has a say so. And then if they pull the plug on you and something happens to you, this stuff that was now in our name, because we don't have that contract or that signed piece of documentation, guess who's now coming after me and taking me to court to try to take what me and you built together? Your mama and your sister them.
Okay, got you. Okay, with that being said, I understand completely what you're saying. But what I'm saying is, if we're already at that point, don't you think that we should put some things in place already when I die? Like, hey, this person is going to be the person that's going to be over whatever I got going on. You see what I'm saying? Like, if we get to that point where we're just like, hey, you are mine, I'm yours, whatever the case may be, like, this belongs to you. You feel me? And there's documents that we can sign to make that happen versus us going and getting married and all that stuff and having the government getting our business.
Well, I feel like, and I think it's better now. But there were times where people would be in these 10, 15, 20 year relationships and not be married. And like you said, he somebody dies and he has all these properties and assets, and yeah, everybody knows that's that's JoJo girl, but JoJo never got down on one knee, and I get and for that reason got the government involved. Now JoJo kids want a piece of JoJo's assets, and the kids like, well, shit, that ain't my. I mean, that ain't my mama. They
And
was
they
just together.
and they
Um,
who gonna
after they was just together. My mama over here, and you just kind of out here holding the bag, and you just kind of gotta hope that these folks ain't just gonna do you rokish. So, like I don't like the term common law marriage, but it was a lot of folks out here commonly law married, but can't get no money from insurance, access no bank accounts, and all that. And I mean, I guess you could put it in your will, if something happened, but you know,
as as a matter of fact, I have an example of that. My mom and her now fiance has been together for 26 years, and so they are getting married next month because he finally realized that if anything happens to her, that he gets no part of anything. She got two houses, she got cars, everything. So it's me and my brother. We get that, and then so we like, if anything happened to you, he's gonna be a out. Even though he did work and help build whatever with my mom to get a lot of stuff, but she get a lot of stuff on her own. So now their idea is, okay, well, we're gonna go get married and they're gonna go and buy their own house together so that if anything happens to either one of them, that they can get their own. So yeah, I've in Tennessee does not have a common law marriage. So yeah, he would have been asked out.
y'all want to give y'all stepdaddy no money? That's messed up.
That's wild.
He was my stepdaddy until next month.
If he couldn't put a
That's
ring on it, if
wild.
he couldn't marry her, that was his fault.
That's
Thank you.
wild. Don't get me wrong. Like I want to be married. You feel me? Like I'm just trying to give a different perspective of it. Like just see it from a different lens.
Man, stepdaddies matter, man.
I've been
I'm
a stepdaddy my whole life.
Wait a minute. What?
They
Yep,
do
Wait a
I got
minute.
matter.
plenty.
Wait a minute.
They do
I got
matter.
plenty of stuff kids. Yeah,
Houseway.
Right.
because like,
Yes,
look,
Sway.
yeah, check this out. Because I love kids. I feel like all kids deserve love regardless, right? So like, even if like me and the person don't work out, like if I see them out in the world, you feel me? Like I'm gonna still fuck with them. Like sometimes I check on them, whatever the case may be. Like it's cool. Like I ain't one of those people that just give up love for the children because me and the person didn't work out. Because I build bond with children naturally. Like that's, I mean, all kids deserve love, and it takes a village. Like I ain't just gonna be like fuck your kid because we didn't work out. Like that's kind of selfish.
No, no, I understand
Go
it.
ahead.
Yeah, so like I understand what John did. Like, first of all, when you dating somebody with kids, you kind of gotta take what comes with them, and what comes with them is these toddlers, these little young boys and girls and everything. So building that relationship, having your own personal relationship with them, apart to the spouse or whatever, is way beneficial for that kid because his dad probably wasn't in his life or anything like that, and you took that role. And like I commend you for that because there's a lot of kids that just need just guidance, mentorship, just somebody else to be like, man, you know what? My mom dated that dude. I want to kind of be like him, and that's what a lot of people need.
Y'all have heard me say this more than once on Herc's World. I'm gonna say it again. Fuck them kids. Um, but I love them. But going back to what you were saying, like like when you do date somebody with kids, you kind of do accept that role of being a father figure or a mother figure. So if you're not ready for that, don't hop in that person's sheets because that's a big responsibility. Um, all jokes aside, and that's real talk. Let me say that John just trying to smash these kids' mamas again. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I'm just playing. Um,
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm part of the real motherfuckers club. You know what I'm saying? I fuck mothers. You know what I'm saying? I like moms. Cause you gotta think about it, right? Here's my thinking behind it. Because women with children got shit to lose. So look, you need like you want a man that got some shit going on around you. Like these young bitches that ain't got kids, they don't give a damn. They don't care what you got going on. They don't care what they gonna do what they want to do. I need me a woman who like, hey, we got these kids. Let's take care of these kids. Let's figure this shit out. These young bitches will give up because you ain't text them back fast enough. You feel me? I, I need somebody who's afraid to lose me. Like he a good father to these kids. Yes, yes, ma'am. Let's go take Junior to Chuck E. Cheese because he like that. He like the little ride, the little joint where you get to spin the wheel and get the little tickets and shit. He love that type of shit. I fucks with it.
these young these young bitches got kids too, and
John
just a
said
little
he
ratchet.
coming with fruit snacks and
Hey,
squeezing.
Fuck you talking about? Hell yeah, hell yeah. What you yo Gabba Gabba? I know all the shit. Grayson's Corner. Yeah, all that. Yeah, I know it. Yeah,
Damn it. Hey, when he
no,
slide,
that's
when y'all
real.
sliding John DMs, just know.
I'm telling you.
That's real, but that's like you gotta like I got a daughter, so somebody that wants to date me will have to kind of accept my daughter as well. Um, if their life path is not like conducive to having children or seeing themselves like being like a alternative mom or stepmom or anything like that, then it's not gonna work out. Because eventually, like how we was talking about how what you bring to the table, that interview, everybody done lied on that interview. Everybody done lied on the interview to get a job. The only dictation on real, I guess, real like growth or whatever is behavior. Like they can say all this bullshit, the behavior go tell it all. So like when that dude got on that
Mhm.
motherfucking IT job and don't know even what a USB is, he gonna get his ass fired. He talked good at the interview, did what he supposed to do, got that $22 hour job, got his ass fired the next week. nigga blew up everything. But that's the same thing with relationships. So like what we say, what we bring to the table, yeah, it's an interview question, but that shit don't even matter because based off of your behavior, your actions, that's gonna tell me how conducive you are to this life.
For
I
sure.
agree.
I'm phoning them great.
Exactly.
So, um, when you're dating, like kind of like y'all said, you meet that person's representative. Um, that representative is there until shit hit the fan, as they say. Then you kind of figure out who that person really is. Whether it be y'all have a situation come up and they true colors show, y'all move in together, whatever. Um, you always meet somebody. You always meet that you're a person's representative. My question to the panel is: how many times have you noticed red flags and blatantly ignored them?
Um, I've ignored a person red flags. Probably a couple of times, several times. And I think with women, it's the wanting to see the positivity in that person or thinking maybe once they get to know me, possibly changing. I hate to use the word change, but I guess it's kind of what it is. It's kind of like trying to change that person or thinking that you can speak positivity into a person's life and they're like, oh, okay, well, I'll change or she's a good person. So yeah, I have ignored some red flags.
I married a red flag.
How you marry a red flag? What?
I married a red flag, and I thought, like she said, I thought I could change him. And we dated for 10 years, and with them 10 years, I saw the red flags. But as time went on, he changed them. But once we got married, he forgot about his change, and then he became possessive. And I was his wife and all that. And yeah, I should have noticed the red flags 5 years into the relationship, and I shouldn't say yes. I married a red flag, so now nothing but green flags, nothing but.
Okay. Um, John, Isom, y'all be ignoring red flags?
um, I don't think it's that I ignore red flags. The thing is that I find red flags probably where they're not red flags. Like my problem is I tend to give up too quickly. Like I'm because I just be like I don't need the shit, and like it be so many different women, especially like with like my occupation and me just being outside a lot. Like it just be like I meet women all the time, so it's just like I'm like I ain't got to deal with this shit. Like I'm gonna meet somebody else and she might do this shit better than you or whatever the case may be, and that's a problem too. Is just creating red flags when there's not any. And just I guess it's a fear of like meeting the wrong person and wasting your time and whatnot. So that's kind of like my thing. Like I don't necessarily ignore them. I kind of create them.
John, you a whole red flag within yourself. But go ahead, Ice.
Swear to God.
It's
Um,
okay. You create the
I
red
want to rebuttal.
flags.
Like, you want to rebuttal that? You want to rebuttal that?
I don't think I'm a red flag. I don't think I'm a red flag. I just think, I've met one red flag that made me think that everybody's a red flag. And that's something that I have to figure out within myself. And that's a part of accountability that a lot of people lack in the dating world. You know what I'm saying? So at least I'm able to acknowledge it, work on it, and then fix it to where like I can give somebody a fair shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think I when I realized something like from my last relationship, when I realized something was an issue or a red flag, I try to address the problem and I come with a solution. That's the best way. Like military taught me that, If you have a problem, don't just come up there nagging about it. Come with a solution. Easy. But after the my marriage and going into like the dating realm, soon as I see a red flag, it's a wrap. Because I kind of realize if I do even come with a solution, they not receptive to even change about it. But I can't expect nobody to also change who they are just to please me. So it's like, what can you live with and what can you live without?
Yep, and that's where your non-negotiable come in, man. Like because just because a person does a fucked up thing doesn't mean that they're a fucked up person, but you never know, so you really just give up on the person because they might be a fucked up person. You don't want to take that chance.
And it's like, even taking that chance is like, bro, I know this could be an issue even bigger down the line. I'm not gonna even take that next step or whatever. I'm not gonna let you be my mama, my daughter, anything like that. So you can cut this short right now.
Exactly. And I can tell you, like, hey, you doing this wrong, and you can fix it temporarily, and then it's gonna pop back up, and I have to have the same conversation 6 months from now. So it's just like I don't want to do all that. So that's why I just be like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go somewhere else.
And
So and leave you
that's
alone.
kind
Cause
of
I
bad.
told somebody,
I ignored those times, and like I said, he changed, but it popped right back out, and it was the whole 5, 6 years later, and I was like, you know, he'll change again, he'll do it again or whatever, and he did, but it came back. So it's like, how do you handle that situation when you've been in this whole relationship for 10 years and it's on and off, change, don't change, go back. It's like it, how you fix that part.
I got it. So y'all listen to Kev on Stage? Like y'all know who he is. Kev on
Yeah.
Stage, a dude that be all right. So he had a show in Memphis a couple years ago, and he had like relationships, and he metaphored it to like an iPhone. Every year, an iPhone change. You are not who you are last year, 10 years ago, 5 years ago. You are constantly changing. So a relationship, in a way, you have to get used to, an iPhone 1 versus iPhone, I don't know what iPhones are on right now, 13, 12 or whatever. You got to get used to
14.
They got 14.
message.
Come on, ATT.
It's big AT&T.
Hey, we don't say that. We don't say that name. That's cease and desist orders are real.
Okay, come on, big wireless carrier.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's T-Mobile, all that. But like, you have to get used to that person who they are now. It's always, I think the red flags get ignored, my bad, get disregarded a lot because we are in love with that person or who they used to be. So we ignore a lot of them because it's like, bro, I'm gonna ignore this because of the strength of I love you, our history, blah blah blah. But that's who they is now. Like we got to get used to like, all right, we got to meet them at that point, and if we can't, you just kind of need to part ways.
And I feel like with me, I kind of went through that whole. I know this shit is a red flag. I know I need to go. I know I need to leave. But I love your ass so much. You will change, and and y'all know I try to be as transparent as possible. Like for years, and when I was married, um, I had my own red flags that most people are like, you ain't no way in hell I will be married to you because you too goddamn friendly. Um, you could ask Mona, like we would be at work. I'd be like, man, we going break room right now. Now I'd be joking, but most folks be like, nigga, ain't you married and you talking about taking other women over here and going over here? And I was like, but that's just my personality. And my ex-wife was able to accept that. But her red flags are like, she didn't want to cook, she didn't want to clean, she wasn't good at communicating. And she would change those things momentarily, and then she would revert back, and then we had a conversation, She changed, revert back, and then it got to the point. I was like, bro, I'm just tired of you reverting back to the shit. So I'm gonna go find somebody that don't revert back.
So, um, I think, listening to everybody, and I'm thinking it's a little bit of kind of both of where it's red flags, but then it's also a person's personality. So, of course, in a relationship, you have to be able to compromise. So, when getting with someone and trying to become one, it's going to be some things that we are going to have to change about ourselves when you're trying to become one. Because although you're saying, this is who I am, you're going to accept me for who I am, because that was my work husband. And his wife knew he had a work wife. But it, of course, it was like all fun and games and nothing like, nothing serious or whatever. But that was something that she was willing to, accept. So I think with red flags, her not cooking or her not cleaning or, anybody. This is who this person was before y'all married these people. And I'm saying y'all as in like a figure of speech to anybody. Like, this is who this person was before you married them. So what made you think that they were going to change that when y'all got married? Now, as far as, okay, a person being too friendly, it's like, okay, well, we're married now, we're becoming one. So all that friendly, lovey-dovey stuff you doing or whatever, like, I think that's something that you're supposed to compromise on when you become one, because people have to understand you're no longer single. You're becoming one with a person. So I'm thinking there's a little bit of kind of both, even with listening to John, with they pop up with these red flags or they do some and you just kind of ghost them or just you done with it or you through with it. So I'm like, okay, it may be some real red flags there, but then it may be some things that need to be compromised, because I feel like I won't date a person that's set in their ways, because that tells me you finish growing. You don't see potential growth in yourself. You don't want to grow further. You're just stagnant. You're comfortable at where you at. But to be with me, you're going to have to continue to keep growing, because I'm going to push you to that next level. I'm going to push you to your fullest potential. We're going to grow some stuff. We're going to do some stuff, and we're going to go some places. So
Y'all don't slide in my former work wife DM. We gonna rekindle our work wife and husband. I'm just playing.
don't get your
Um,
hair busted in between that washing machine.
And
I'm
right,
just
please.
I'm just playing. But no, that was perfectly said. Like, you just gotta find your person that's willing to compromise, and you can work past. Um, and I don't want to say, and I'm not saying totally ignore the red flags. That's not what I'm saying. Like, get get somebody that you can roll through this thing called life with, and y'all are ever growingly changing and evolving and getting to know each other. That's the gist of dating in 2023. Like, yeah, I know it's piss and shit in a dating pool, and and this is no disrespect to anybody, so don't take it that way. But there's girls that want to date girls, there's guys that want to date guys. There's girls that want to be guys, guys that want to be girls. Whatever your preference is, find you somebody that makes you happy, that makes you comfortable, that you can be your true, genuine self around, and they accept you, um, flaws and all. With all that being said, shout out to Bay, because I know I'm a handful, um, and I'm an asshole too. So, and I can admit that. Everybody can't admit that they're an asshole. I can admit I'm an asshole sometimes. Yeah. Anybody want to wrap it up?
I mean, I would hope they all wrapping it up,
I
but
was just about to say I wrap it up all the time. That's why I ain't got no kids now.
No, they not wrapping it up all the time, because
Uh,
it is some folks
uh,
out in these dating streets, and they had these fat asses and these nice chests, and her face looked like she done went 10 rounds of Tyson. So they not wrapping it up.
I swear.
Hmm. Don't know nothing about that, but it's okay.
Now you done seen a couple folks at that place where we both work,
Yeah,
and you be like, damn, her body nice.
yeah,
And then she turn around
uh-huh,
and you like your daddy.
yeah.
Ugh.
Them
I
the
don't like
ones who
women that look.
didn't. Them the
I don't
ones
like
he
women
let
that.
pee on him.
No, no, no. You gotta be some quality to let me to
Yeah.
for me to let you pee on me now. You can't just be out here just looking like your daddy. You can't be your daddy's son and then just out here peeing on me. Like
Hey,
I don't like that. I like that's a real thing that I don't like. I really don't like women that look like their daddy. I don't know why. Because once I see him and you, like I
It
can't
fuck your head
unsee
up.
it. Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Can't unsee it.
So, ladies, when you slide John D, if you look like your daddy, it's a wrap.
Yep.
Look like your mama, maybe even your grandma, but don't look like
Your
if you look
auntie
like
or
your daddy.
something.
Yeah, your auntie, you know. But if you look like your daddy, it's a wrap for that ass. We're gonna go to break. Stay tuned for more Hurts World. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Hurts World. I am your girlfriend's favorite podcast host, The Big Hurt. And if she says I'm not, that Jezebel's a liar. So I think I figured out this new segment that I've been trying to test for the last 3 weeks. The name of the segment is officially going to be called "Songs We Know We Should Not Have Been Singing when we were younger." Now, everybody on the show is above the age of 21, except Miss Ann. She 21, maybe 22. Um, but there are certain songs that we were singing when we were 9, 10 years old that we had no business knowing the words to, and we could sing this shit word for word. I'm talking about the song came on the radio. You knew the ad libs, you knew the chorus, you could word for word. Now, such said song is Nah Nigga by Trick Daddy and Trina. Now, the song itself is crazy as hell, but I don't want to highlight the whole song. I just want to highlight a little bit of Trina's verse. And the reason I want to highlight a little bit of Trina's verse is because y'all thought WAP was bad and all that. Trina said some shit on her verse, and I was like, "Ma'am, how were we able to say that? Like, why were we rapping this shit at 9?" So, as usual, I'm gonna play a little bit because YouTube may be tripping and they be listening. So just check it out real quick. Like you, who fight the dick like you? So, bitch, you don't know that nigga. Check this shit out. You don't know that hoe. Done been the places I've been. Who can spend the grands that I spend? Fuck my 5 or 6 best friends. And you don't know that hoe. That's off the chain like me. That'll fuck the thing like me. Oh, look off the thing like me. Now you don't know that hoe. That'll sell more ass than me. You don't know that hoe. That'll make you come like me. You don't know that hoe. Done tried all types of shit. Who quick to deep throw the dick and let another bitch straight lick the click. Nigga, you don't know that hoe. That's enough right there.
I love it.
I'm gonna be real, bro. I forgot about most of that shit. Goddamn. But live life. All that.
We gonna go to the ladies. Especially we gonna go to Mona first because she was over there vibing the fuck out. You don't know now hoe that a deep throat the dick like her and let a bitch eat the clit at the same time. When you was singing that at 9, you knew that song. Tell the truth. Shame the devil.
I probably wasn't 9, but yes, I did know that song.
and it was
you?
just
But she don't want nobody to piss on her. Listen to shit like that. That's crazy. That is wild. That is beyond me.
it is
You know what?
beyond me.
It was a lot of songs that our parents
Mm,
listened to that kept
mm,
that cassette tape going or kept it on replay. That as children, I
mm.
think we listened to the beat or you caught on to the words and it became catchy and you sing it, not really paying attention to the words. And I think that's why when I began to have children, I started paying attention to lyrics because I was like, even with listening to Escape and listening to Genuine and R. Kelly, when you really go back to listen to the music, it's like, what were we doing singing any of those songs? So that has nothing to do with not allowing nobody to pee on me.
Now,
What
if
You
we
year
meet
did
being
that
that?
right
honest,
guy.
I might have been older than 9. I might have been older than 9.
I mean, if we want to be honest, SWV got a whole song about pissing on people.
Y'all be singing it with y'all whole chest. But
Chest
can't nobody
out.
piss on y'all. Come on now.
Then you just heard me say it was the beat that was catchy and we just picked up
Uh-uh.
on the words and
Uh-uh.
we were singing,
Uh-uh.
not knowing what we were saying.
That
Yeah.
piss catchy
You
too.
Honest- hey,
Just because you like that salty coochie with the pee, that's on you.
it's just a little time.
Oh,
that
I
fool
don't like
says a
no.
little tang.
Yeah, no, I don't like no salty coochie, but you know what I'm saying? If it got a
Oh,
little seasoning on it, you know what I'm
You
saying?
want it
It's okay.
hairy and all. Go ahead.
so this stuff
I
is
mean,
funny.
if that's what the Lord brings me.
So this is funny.
Don't keep bringing God in this,
I
man.
had this conversation with my mom's, like maybe when I was 12. She said it was some song. Let's say it was on the Trip Daddy and Trina song. I said, "Mama, don't y'all got a song called Stand Up in it?" It's the same thing. It is the same thing. You, or like I be the other woman.
Or making love between the sheets. Now, that's the one my mama was not finna play.
Just the fact
We
that
did
that
not
nigga was
do that.
smooth. Ron Isley is a fucking genius for that shit. He is smooth as a motherfucker. That's it.
There are
It's
plenty
Let,
of
every generation though.
let's talk
Like,
about a few songs.
like WAP or whatever, or the City Girls or some shit.
go ahead, John.
So you got Can We Talk? That's about a nigga stalking somebody. You
Yep.
Fact.
got As We Lay. That's two cheating ass motherfuckers getting together. You
Uh-huh.
feel me? Like I wish I never met her. Like this nigga can't get this toxic bitch up. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's just a whole bunch of songs that sound beautiful, but it's
Man,
not about shit.
All
Alicia
right, break this
Keys, you don't know my name? She
Come on
talking.
whole
now.
stalker. So
What
wait.
nigga eats fish and drinks motherfucking hot chocolate in the morning? Who wakes up and says, "Hey, I want fish and hot chocolate and put some milk in it too"?
John
Cause,
want
cause
this.
That nigga's a serial killer. That nigga's a serial killer.
yeah, he's a terrorist. Get him off the streets now.
So can we talk about I don't want to know. Now, I'm not the smartest motherfucker. And I know I be playing like, oh, I beat your ass. But what type of pussy were you getting when a woman blatantly said, I'm cheating on you, but I don't want to know about it? Like, how good did that pussy gotta be for you to sing a song? I don't want to know. If you playing me, keep it on the low. Cause my heart can't take it no more.
He don't
If
want
you
to
don't
be
leave
hurt.
that bitch,
He don't want to be hurt.
I think he thought he was the main dude, but he realized he was the side dude.
leave her.
He said it's too good. I
But
have had guys to tell me that they was okay with being the side nigga.
if he can still get it, go on and get your Ross off.
Mm,
What are you
You gotta
what are you
cry
doing
about
to
it.
I
these
don't know.
men?
Ain't no pussy that good for me to stay around while you just fucking
But he
around
ain't gotta cry
blatantly.
about it.
Like I can
Like,
see if you dating, But if like we
I can
together
call
together,
one of
like
them right now. I can call one of them right now.
I, I,
just hell no. Like if I got a girlfriend, like you can't tell me that nah, if we just fucking around, like yeah, you can go get your other dudes or whatever. I don't give a fuck about that. But if you mine, what? Come on now. I don't look. Don't ask me no questions like that. I done broke up with people on Valentine's Day. I really don't even care like that.
oh, you
Like,
toxic. Oh, you
look,
toxic.
No, he a
I'm
real.
not toxic.
He a
I'm
real.
not toxic.
I told you join the whole red flag.
I'm not toxic. I just be feeling like
What?
if I got it on my chest, I gotta let it off. And if it happens to be a certain day, you feel me? Like it is what it is. Like
He waited till that
You
day.
could
He
have
could
waited.
have did it on the 13th.
You could have did on the 15th.
I gave her all her gifts and everything. I spent the bag on it, and then that day it was just like I woke up and I ain't feel nothing. So it was just like, yeah,
Kept the receipt. You kept the receipt.
hell no, I ain't
Man,
taking.
you
You can
got
have all that
this
shit.
gift.
Fuck out of that shit. I return. I'm not. I'm
I
not
can
doing
have all
that
that
shit.
shit.
Valentine's Day, I return the fuck out of that shit.
Man,
Marcus, I know I call you future and I call you toxic. I will no longer call you future no more because John just said with a straight fucking face. I don't give no fuck about that. I break up with bitches on Valentine's Day.
and this is a fact. I did. I most definitely did. I was with this girl for 3.5 years, and I broke up with her on Valentine's Day because it's a story, but to make a
We
long
got
story
time.
short, the Lord told me to break up with her. The Lord told me to break up with her on Valentine's.
I'm bringing God in this, man.
No, no,
Don't bring God in the
no,
bullshit.
because look, check this out. Okay, let me explain.
All right.
Okay, because what happened was is like it got to a point where it was so toxic between us, and it wasn't like anything to do with infidelity or anything like that. It was just like she had stuff within herself she had to work on, and like maybe I could have been more understanding or whatever the case may be, but she drained me spiritually, emotionally, physically, everything to the point where my family and friends like, John, you're not even the same John that we know and love. Like, what is going on with you? Like, it was like I didn't feel like I had a partner. I felt like I had a roommate at that time. And like what I did is because the first 2 years was great. And then it was just the last year and a half that was like so bad. I'm not gonna get into particulars, but it was so bad. It was just like I took a week, I went off on vacation, and I fasted the whole time for a week straight. Nothing but water and prayer. Like literally. And I got her gifts and everything because it was around Valentine's Day. But I came back like the day before Valentine's Day. And I gave her all the gifts and everything. And like that last day, like I prayed probably the hardest that I ever prayed ever in my life. And I was like, look, God, just show me. Like if I need to leave this lady, let me know if this is if I need to be with her. Because if I would have felt like I needed to be with her, I was gonna propose to her. It was either gonna make or break us. I was gonna propose to this lady. That was the first woman that I ever thought about proposing to. So it was just like, okay, let me know what's going on. And when I woke up Valentine's Day, I didn't feel nothing. And then it was just like, you know how like you can't talk until like you say what you want to say? Like it's kind of like a lump in your throat. And that's exactly how I felt. It was just like, yo, it's gonna hurt you to say anything else before like if you don't get this off your chest. And that was it. It was just like, yo, I can't do this. And like it hurt me so much to see her cry like prior to that. Like that was the main thing that she would give me when she would cry and it'd be like, oh, it's okay, come here, like let's figure this out. But like when she cried this time, it was just like shit. Like I'll let you like
You need some tissue? What you crying for?
exactly. Like it was one of those things. Like, here's a tissue for your issue, bitch. Like I don't know what to tell you.
The girl crying on joint couch, so he like, what you about to do?
Yeah, but and it was so crazy because like like he got on her knees and everything. It was like pleading, like you feel me, like and like just don't leave me. What am I gonna do? Da, da, da. And I just didn't feel nothing because it was just like the way that I felt. It was just like I was so unhappy. I was really unhappy, and I tried to have conversations with her. I tried to fix it, and it just didn't work out. And the only way I could turn to was a higher power at that point. So that's why I say the Lord told me to break up with this girl on Valentine's Day, and that it makes sense now that I explain it. But if I just tell, I don't really care to explain it all the
Ah,
time. So
yes,
when
now.
people ask me, they be like, "Oh, you're so toxic. Why the fuck did you? You could have waited 24 hours." No, I couldn't have waited at all. Like
Yes,
it had to be said right then and there.
when you say you prayed and you fasted in now, so it does make sense. So you right, God did tell you. Yeah.
He
For
prayed
Honestly,
to
sure.
he he prayed to future Jesus,
That's right.
and and in the Bible of future,
Minister
he
Hendricks.
Minister Hendricks said break up with that girl,
Yes. Yes, sir.
And
and he did, and he did.
nigga, like
Nigalations.
Galatians,
Hmm.
verse 3. All right. Yeah,
Chapter 5, verse 3.
you did what you were supposed to do. You say you even had conversations with her prior to, so it's like if y'all couldn't find a resolution, if it wasn't gonna work, it wasn't gonna work. So
Exactly.
so why
So
go 3 years of ignoring red flags?
It wasn't 3 years. It just didn't. It didn't come out until 2 years. So that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I be so quick to just quit motherfuckers because it's just like, yeah, I could tell you where you went wrong, and then you could fix it, and then 2 years later, boom, we right here in the same spot. So that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I had to get over giving up so easily on people and giving them a chance to grow and giving them a chance to heal themselves because it's just like it used to be like to the point where like the moment I see some shit that I don't like, oh yeah, I don't think this is gonna work out. I just don't want to do this anymore. Like I'm just gonna go and do something else. But now that I've acknowledged that and I've faced these traumas, like it's kind of like, okay, cool. Like let me give you an opportunity to fix it because everybody deserves a chance.
Right.
So I'm not so toxic as y'all think I am. I really be thinking
Yeah.
about shit.
hmm,
Okay.
he could be a deacon at future church. Um, just thought it out there.
Yes,
Marcus, you still
sir.
toxic? Um, but no. That's our segment, man. Songs we should not have been singing as kids. Next week we're gonna come with a whole different song. When you watch this on YouTube, leave your comments or suggestions where what song we should do next. Um, I have an idea as to what I want to do, but I think I'm gonna save that one for later. But just know if you've never heard, go listen to the song. If I tell you the name of the song, it's gonna spark a conversation. Go listen to Chuck Berry. Chuck Berry has a song called "My Dingaling." Um,
Okay.
check the song out. We'll talk about it with the panel next week. Um, yes, it is. It is exactly what y'all think it is. Maybe I don't want to ruin it, but we'll be right back with more Hurst World. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Hurst World. I am your girlfriend's favorite podcast host, Big Hurt, and man, we've been talking dating in 2023, the remix. Man, it's been an interesting show. It's been fun. I feel like I learned a lot. We talked about red flags. We talked about different situations. We talked about the ins and outs. We even talked about common law marriage for a quick second. So I'm gonna give the panel an opportunity to basically tell you where tell you where they can be found if they want to be found. So you can slide in the DMs if you want to. So tell the people where they can find you if you want to be found in a quote or a phrase that you live by. We'll start with Miss Ann.
So you can find me at Instagram, a P shortcake. I think that's it. If you want to find me, if not, that's cool too. Peace.
A quote you live by.
What quote do I live by? Do unto others as you would like them to do unto you.
Okay. Isom, where can they find you and your quote?
You can find me in militant on the Navy base. I'm trying to be a recruiter. Well, I am a recruiter. I'm trying to recruit everybody in the world. Kids, dogs, atheists. I don't care. Help me make my quota for the month. Anywho, but I'm on Facebook, Instagram. Apparently, I got a Snapchat. I don't even know who the hell that nigga is. One quote I live by is "Forgive who I was, accept who I am."
What's your name on Instagram so they can look for you?
Instagram is WFDW4, I think, and Facebook is Randy Isom. Yeah.
Okay. Mona, where can they find you if you want to be found and the quote you live by?
I can be found on Facebook at Mona Supermommy J, Instagram at Mona.J.Smiles, or I can be found on TikTok acting a fool, which is gonna be Super Mommy J. The quote that I live by is it's better to love the wrong person. It's better to love the wrong person at least once or twice, so that way you'll know when the right person comes along.
Hmm. You be on TikTok tracking your ass.
No, I don't do no shaking, no tail,
Oh, I'm
but I
on.
do. I do be dancing.
Cap. I knew it. John.
You be dancing though, right?
Yeah, yeah. So
Say your TikTok again. Say your TikTok again.
Super Mama J.
One more time for the niggas in the back.
Super Mommy J.
I'm finna go on there right now.
I'm finna
Right.
follow the fuck out of it right
They
now.
finna go follow you right now.
Yeah,
John,
and I
where can
bet
they
not see.
find you?
I bet not see a cheek move on that motherfucker. But hey, you can find me at your baby mama house first of all. You know what I'm saying? Because John love the kids with the fruit snacks and the Lunchables on deck. But yeah, Facebook, John Finney Finnie the second. That's two capital I's for the slow motherfuckers. Also you can find me Big John's Party Bus. You feel me? You can find me Cream Vendors because I actually part owner of a vending machine company as well for your vending machine needs. I actually host at Jerry Lee Lewis for karaoke Wednesday through Sunday. I'm actually going to be on my way there after this podcast. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on. And the quote that I live by is don't eat yellow snow, but don't lie about getting pissed on either.
You heard it. Um, man, y'all know how I do.
I got a
Um,
correction to my TikTok. It's Super Mommy W.
okay.
Oh, W stand for wiggle that ass. My bad.
You wait till after this podcast with your piss eating self.
It's okay. You must want to piss on me. That's crazy.
Hey,
We making love connections. I mean,
Of
hey,
what you was about to say, Marcus.
that's disconnected.
we making look. If y'all happen to get together, um, let me know. We can bring y'all back. Look, if y'all want to go on a date and um report back after the date is over and let us know how it went, we can make that an episode. Just thought I throw that out there. Um, as always, if you don't work, you don't eat. You got to crawl before you can walk. Walk before you can run, and man, run before you can fly. Um, June 25th, doing my first ever pop up in Germantown. So make sure y'all come out between 12 and 5, 1900. Hold on, let me get y'all the right address. 1900 South Germantown Parkway, June 25th between 12 and 5. There'll be food, vendors, hair, mead, liquor, lots of raffles. It's free to the public. So make sure y'all come out and support. That's June 25th between 12 and 5, 1900 South Germantown Parkway. That's coming soon. Happy Pride Month for everybody that celebrates. We'll be doing a Pride episode like we did last year. I think that's all we got coming up. The remix was fun. Probably gonna have to figure out to do a part 3. Because y'all fuck with part 1 so much, and I know y'all gonna mess with part 2. So until the next time y'all hear my voice, make sure y'all take care of each other. I am your girlfriend's favorite podcast host, The Big Hurt. And until the next time you see me, I'm out.